Have you ever stopped to think that the year 2026 could be a turning point in your life? What if I told you that there are 12 powerful events waiting for you, Taurus, and that each one of them was carefully prepared by the universe to completely transform your reality? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. I'm here to reveal the 12 extraordinary things that will happen to Taurus in 2026, and believe me, some of them will surprise you so much that you'll wonder how you managed to live without knowing this until now. Look, I know that you, Taurus, are a person who likes security, having your feet on the ground and carefully planning each step. And perhaps that's why you're a little apprehensive about the changes you feel coming. But let me tell you something. The universe doesn't send transformations to bring you down. It sends exactly what you need to reach the next level of your life. And 2026, my dear Taurus, is the year in which all those seeds you planted with so much effort, with so much sweat, will finally sprout in a way you can't even imagine. Did you know that there are cosmic cycles that align every 7 years, and that 2026 marks the exact completion of one of these cycles for your sign? This means that everything you started long ago, all those battles that seemed endless, all those moments when you wanted to give up but remained steadfast, all of that will make sense now. And if you don't watch this video until the end, you might miss invaluable information about when and how to take advantage of each of these opportunities that are knocking on your door. So stick with me until the end, because I'm going to show you not only what's going to happen, but also how you can prepare to receive it all in the best way possible. Shall we begin? First thing, the big financial turnaround that will change your lifestyle. My dear Taurus, the first thing I need to tell you about 2026 is that a financial turning point is coming in your life that will be so powerful that you'll look back and won't believe how different things were before. And look, I'm not talking about a little improvement here, a little extra there, no. I'm talking about a real transformation in your standard of living, in the way you handle money, in the opportunities that will arise. Do you know that feeling you've had in recent years, that you were working hard but the financial return wasn't proportional? That frustration of seeing people around you prospering while you, who are so dedicated and hardworking, always seem to be in the same place. Well, that's coming to an end. The universe has a very interesting way of working with Taurus, because it knows that you are persistent, that you don't give up easily, that you remain steadfast even when everything seems to be against you. And it is precisely because of this characteristic that the rewards when they arrive are great, lasting, and solid, just as you like them. In the first months of 2026, you'll start to notice a shift in the energy surrounding money in your life. It could be a job offer you weren't expecting, a business that finally takes off after being stalled for so long, or an idea that will yield much more than you imagined. But the most important thing isn't even where that money will come from, you know? The most important thing is that you'll finally understand your true worth. Because for a long time you accepted less than you deserved, agreed to unfair conditions, and settled for crumbs when you were capable of much more. And 2026 is the year you'll learn to charge the right price for your work, your dedication, your time. You'll understand that wanting to be well paid isn't selfish, desiring abundance isn't greed, and wanting to live comfortably after so much effort isn't wrong. And you know what happens when you finally truly value yourself? The whole world starts valuing you too. People realize when you know your worth, and then they stop trying to offer you less than you deserve. But there's a very important detail here that I need to tell you. This financial turnaround isn't going to fall from the sky without you doing anything. It will require you to step out of your comfort zone at times. Taurus loves security, loves being sure of every step, but sometimes abundance is on the other side of fear, on the other side of the courage to take a little risk. So when that opportunity appears that makes you nervous but excited at the same time, pay attention. It may be exactly the path the universe is opening for you. And another thing, you'll need to be careful about clinging to money in a way that blocks abundance. I know you like to save, to have that little reserve that gives you security, and that's great, it's even smart. But there's a difference between being cautious and being stingy with yourself, between saving and depriving yourself of things that would really make a difference in your quality of life. In 2026, you'll learn the balance between saving and investing in yourself, between saving and allowing yourself to live with more lightness and pleasure. This financial transformation will also be accompanied by a change in your relationship with work. You will realize that you no longer need to work yourself to death to achieve results. You will understand that working smarter is better than working only with physical effort. You will discover ways to multiply your earnings without having to multiply your working hours. And that, my dear, is true freedom. It's being able to live instead of just surviving. Second thing, a deep and true love will enter your life. Now let's talk about a subject that touches the heart of any Taurus: love. And let me tell you right away, 2026 is bringing such a strong, true, and profound loving energy to you that it will make all your past disappointments worthwhile. Because it was precisely in the pain, in the disillusionment, in the times you gave your heart and received indifference in return that you learned what you really want, what you really deserve, what really makes you happy. If you're single and were almost giving up on finding someone who truly values you, who understands your essence, who doesn't try to change you, prepare your heart. Because someone special is coming, someone who will make you believe in love again. Someone who will treat you with the respect and admiration you've always deserved but haven't always received. And you know what's most beautiful? This person will appear when you least expect it, at a time when you're already happy with yourself, no longer desperately searching for companionship. And look how interesting. Taurus is a sign that loves love, that adores being in a relationship, that dedicates itself body and soul when it finds someone special. But sometimes you give yourself so quickly, you become so attached, that you end up getting hurt by people who didn't deserve even half of what they received. But now it's different. You are more emotionally mature, more aware of your worth, more prepared to recognize when someone is real, and when someone is just passing through. For those already in a relationship, 2026 brings a profound renewal. You know that routine that took over the relationship, that feeling that everything became kind of automatic, that the passion cooled down a little? Well, a new cycle is coming where you will rediscover each other. Remember why you chose each other. Create new memories that will rekindle the flame of love. But for this to happen, you will need to be willing to step out of your comfort zone a little. Accept doing different things. Surprise your partner with gestures that show you still care, still value them, still choose to be there. Now there's a delicate point I need to address with you. If you're in a relationship that doesn't make you happy, that diminishes you, that makes you feel less than you are, 2026 will give you the courage you need to end this cycle. And I know that for you who are so loyal, so persistent, so willing to fight for what you believe in, it's not easy to give up on someone. You have this tendency to endure difficult situations for much longer than you should, hoping that things will get better, that the person will change, that love will be enough to solve everything. But you know what? Self-love is also love. And sometimes loving yourself means having the courage to say no, to set boundaries, to choose your peace instead of continuing a war you already know you won't win. And when you close a door that only caused you suffering, the universe opens windows you didn't even know existed. It makes room for new things, better people, experiences that will make you understand that you deserved much more than you were accepting. And there's something beautiful that will happen to you in 2026. You will learn to love yourself in a way you've never loved before. You will stop criticizing yourself so much, being so hard on yourself, demanding perfection in everything. You will begin to accept yourself with your qualities and flaws, with your lights and shadows, with your good and bad days. And when you truly love yourself, when you truly accept yourself, you attract people who also truly love and accept you. It's the law of the universe, my dear. What you are inside, you attract outside. Third thing, your health will improve in amazing ways. The third thing that will happen to you in 2026, my dear Taurus, has to do with something very precious: your health. And look, I know you have this tendency to neglect your body when you're too involved with work, problems, and worries. You're one of those who endures until your body screams for attention, aren't you? Well, 2026 is bringing an energy of healing and physical renewal that will surprise you. If you've been feeling excessive tiredness, that fatigue that never seems to go away, that feeling that your body is heavier than it should be, know that this is related not only to physical issues, but also to all the emotional baggage you've carried in recent years. Taurus is a sign that absorbs a lot of surrounding energy, that holds grudges and resentments in its body, that somatizes emotions intensely. And all this weight will begin to be released in 2026. You'll feel a renewed desire to take better care of yourself, to pay attention to what you eat, to move your body, to sleep better, to create healthier habits. And you know what's interesting? It won't be out of obligation, it won't be that forced thing you try to do and give up on in the first week. It will be a genuine desire to feel good, to have more energy, to enjoy life with more vitality. And when the motivation comes from within, when you really want to change, things happen naturally and lastingly. But there's an important point here that I need to warn you about. You're going to need to learn to listen to your body's signals before they become serious problems. That little pain you've been ignoring, that discomfort you think will go away on its own, That symptom you try to push aside. All of that needs attention now. 2026 is the year to prevent, to take care, to not procrastinate. The universe is giving you the opportunity to resolve health issues before they become complicated. So take advantage of this chance. And look at this wonderful thing. You're going to discover healing and wellness methods that will make a huge difference in your quality of life. It could be a change in diet that will give you much more energy. It could be an exercise routine that you'll love and that will become part of your life. It could be an alternative therapy that will help you release old traumas that were still stored in your body. The important thing is that you are open to trying new things, so you don't get stuck only in what you already know. Taurus sometimes resists change, preferring the familiar even if it's not working so well. But in 2026, you'll realize that stepping outside your comfort zone regarding health is necessary. That way of eating you've always had may no longer be the best for your body. That sedentary routine you've become accustomed to needs to be changed. Those poor sleep patterns you consider normal are robbing you of vitality. And there's another crucial point: mental health. You've been through a lot lately, faced challenges that tested your emotional strength, endured pressures that many people couldn't handle, and all of this leaves its mark, even if you don't realize it. The anxiety that appears for no apparent reason, that tightness in your chest that arises out of nowhere, that insomnia that visits you in the early hours of the morning, all of this is your body asking you to slow down, to allow yourself to feel, to process everything that has happened. In 2026, you will learn that asking for help is not a sign of weakness, that taking care of your mind is just as important as taking care of your body, and that there's absolutely nothing wrong with not feeling well all the time. You will understand that resting is not laziness, that saying no is an act of self-love, and that preserving your emotional well-being is necessary to remain strong. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive. Messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. Let's continue with our video now. Fourth thing, you're going to discover a hidden talent that could become a source of income. The fourth revelation I have for you about 2026 is something that will excite you, my dear Taurus. You will discover a talent, a skill, an ability that has been hidden within you for a long time, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. And the most incredible thing is that this talent will not just be a nice thing to have. It has the potential to become an important source of income in your life. You know that thing you always enjoyed doing but never took seriously because you thought it was just a hobby? Or that skill you have that people always praise but you never gave much importance to? Well, that's exactly where the treasure lies. The universe hides our greatest gifts in the things we do naturally, in the activities that give us pleasure, in what seems too easy to be valuable. Taurus is an extremely creative sign, but sometimes you don't recognize this creativity because it doesn't manifest in a traditional way. You may not be a painter or musician, but you have a special way of creating practical solutions, transforming environments, doing things with your own hands, organizing complex situations in a way that no one else can. And all these skills have value, they have a market, there are people willing to pay for them. In 2026, you'll begin to see your abilities in a new light. You'll realize that what you do effortlessly is difficult for many other people. You'll understand that your unique way of solving problems, creating things, and handling situations is a significant advantage. And when you start to value what you know how to do, opportunities to monetize those talents will begin to appear. But let me tell you something important. This discovery process won't happen suddenly in a snap. It will be gradual. It will require you to pay attention to the signs, to try new things, to allow yourself to explore different areas. You may need to take a course you've always wanted to take. You may need to talk to people who work in areas that interest you. You may need to take the first step in something that scares you but at the same time calls to you. And here's something interesting. Often, hidden talent isn't something completely new, but rather a unique combination of skills you already possess. For example, you might be good with numbers and also have an aptitude for dealing with people. This combination could lead you to areas you never considered. Or you might have technical knowledge in a certain field and also have the ability to teach, opening up a whole path to sharing knowledge in a paid way. The important thing is that you don't let fear or insecurity stop you from exploring these possibilities. Taurus sometimes has this block of thinking that it needs to be perfect before starting, that it needs to know everything before taking the first step, that it needs to have all the guarantees before taking a risk. But the truth is that you learn by doing, you discover by trying, you grow by making mistakes and getting things right. And something very beautiful will happen. When you begin to develop and use this hidden talent, you will feel a satisfaction, a sense of accomplishment that money alone cannot provide. It will be that feeling of being in the right place, doing the right thing, using your gifts in a way that helps you and also helps other people. Because ultimately, the talents that the universe gives us are never just for our individual benefit. They always have a greater purpose: to serve, to contribute, to make a difference. And you know what's even more beautiful? When you discover and develop this talent, you inspire other people to do the same. You show that it's never too late to start something new, that it's not silly to follow what makes you happy, that it is indeed possible to turn passion into a profession. And this inspiration that you will generate is as valuable as any other result you can achieve. Fifth thing, toxic relationships will naturally leave your life. Now let's talk about something liberating, my dear Taurus. The fifth thing that will happen to you in 2026 is the natural departure of people and relationships that were harming you, draining your energy, and preventing you from growing. And when I say it will be natural, it's because you won't need to fight, make a drama, or make difficult decisions. The universe itself will take care of removing these people from your life. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? That friendship that only shows up when you need something, that family member who only knows how to criticize and never support, that acquaintance who always has a mean comment disguised as a joke, that person who says they love you but their actions show the opposite. You've put up with these toxic presences out of loyalty, out of politeness, out of fear of hurting them, because you think it's your duty to stay there. But 2026 will show you that it isn't. The interesting thing is that Taurus is one of the most loyal signs of the zodiac. You don't abandon people easily, you believe in giving second chances, in forgiving, in trying to make things work. And that's beautiful, even noble. But there's a very fine line between being loyal and being a hostage, between being understanding and being a doormat, between forgiving and allowing yourself to be repeatedly disrespected. And you've crossed that line more times than you'd like to admit. But the time for energetic cleansing is coming. You will begin to perceive more clearly who truly cares about you, and who is only by your side out of self-interest. You will become more sensitive to people's energies. You will notice when someone is being fake. You will feel in your body when someone's company is not good for you. And instead of ignoring these signs as you did before, you will begin to respect them, to act accordingly. And you know what's most interesting? Many of these people will drift away on their own. You'll notice that the friend who always reached out to you will simply stop calling. That relative who constantly naggered you will find other things to do. That person who used you emotionally will find another victim. And you'll realize that you're not missed at all. That in fact absence brings peace. That silence is better than those conversations that only made you feel bad. But there's an internal process that needs to happen for this cleansing to be complete and definitive. You'll need to work through your guilt. That feeling that makes you think it's your obligation to be available to everyone all the time. You'll need to understand that no, you're not responsible for other people's happiness. You don't need to sacrifice yourself to please anyone. You don't have to accept crumbs of affection from those who should be giving you a banquet. And what a powerful transformation. When these toxic relationships end, it opens up space for genuine people to enter. You will begin to attract more authentic, reciprocal, and healthier friendships. You will meet people who truly value you, who celebrate your victories instead of feeling envious, who support you in difficult times instead of disappearing. You will build connections based on mutual respect, genuine exchange, and true love. And there's another important aspect to this cleansing. You'll learn to establish healthy boundaries with the people who will remain in your life. Because not everyone who leaves is toxic all the time. Sometimes people just need to understand that there's a line they can't cross. And when you make it clear where your limits are, when you show that you no longer accept certain behaviors, people either respect that and remain in your life in a healthier way, or they choose to leave because they're not willing to treat you better. And in the end, both outcomes are positive for you. Because you deserve to be surrounded only by those who add to your life, who respect you, who truly love you. Life is too short to waste energy on those who don't deserve to be near you. Sixth thing, your intuition will become stronger than ever. The sixth revelation about 2026 will connect you with a power you've always had but haven't always trusted: your intuition. My dear Taurus, you are entering a phase where your ability to sense things before they happen, to perceive hidden truths, to know the right path even without logical explanation, will be sharper than ever. Taurus is an earth sign, very practical, very rational, very based on what is concrete and tangible. And because of this, sometimes you ignore the subtle signs that the universe sends, you distrust that hunch that appears out of nowhere, you dismiss that inner voice that tries to guide you. You prefer to trust what you can see, touch, taste. And that has its value, of course, but not everything in this life can be explained by logic. In 2026, you will begin to have experiences that will challenge your skepticism, that will show you that there is more between heaven and earth than your vain philosophy can explain. There will be moments when you will know something before it happens and you won't be able to explain how you knew. There will be situations where you will feel you shouldn't do something, and then you will discover that if you had done it, you would have been in trouble. There will be occasions when you will meet someone and instantly know whether you can trust them or not, without having a rational reason for that certainty. And do you know what all this means? That you are opening yourself to more subtle dimensions of existence, developing abilities that have always been latent within you. Intuition is not magic, it's not madness, it's not imagination. It's a form of knowledge that goes beyond reasoning, that captures information that the five physical senses cannot grasp, that connects you with a greater wisdom. But for this intuition to fully flourish, you'll need to make some changes to your habits. You'll need to create moments of silence and stillness, because the voice of intuition is gentle and can only be heard when the mind is calm. You'll need to pay more attention to your dreams, because many important messages come through them. You'll need to respect that first impulse you feel towards situations and people, before the rational mind starts arguing against it. And here's something interesting that's going to happen. You'll start noticing patterns that previously went unnoticed. You'll realize how certain people always appear in your life when you're going through a particular situation. You'll observe how certain events repeat themselves from time to time, trying to teach you something. You'll understand that nothing is a coincidence, that everything has a meaning, that the universe is constantly communicating with you through symbols, synchronicities, and signs. But there's something very important I need to warn you about. True intuition doesn't shout, doesn't cause panic, and isn't accompanied by paralyzing fear. That's anxiety, that's the mind, that's the ego trying to protect you based on past traumas. True intuition is calm, clear, and persistent. It doesn't terrify you, it guides you. It doesn't confuse you, it clarifies things for you. It doesn't leave you in doubt, it gives you certainty even without explanation. And when you learn to differentiate the voice of intuition from the voice of fear, when you begin to trust that inner guidance, your life becomes much more fluid, much more aligned, much more on the right path. You stop forcing situations that aren't meant for you, you stop insisting on paths that are blocked, you stop wasting energy on what has no future. And at the same time, you recognize true opportunities when they appear, even if they don't make immediate sense. And you know what's most beautiful? When you develop that trust in your intuition, you inspire other people to do the same. You show that it's possible to live in a more aligned, more authentic way, more connected to your true self. And that's one of the greatest contributions you can make to the world, to be an example of someone who trusts their own inner wisdom. Seventh thing. An important reconciliation will happen. The seventh thing that 2026 holds for you, my dear Taurus, has to do with healing old wounds. An important reconciliation is coming, whether with someone you've distanced yourself from, with parts of yourself you've rejected, or with past situations that still hurt when you remember them. And this reconciliation will bring a peace you never imagined was possible to feel. Look, I know you carry grudges, that you hold on to resentment, that you have difficulty forgiving certain things that were done to you. Taurus has a long memory, and when someone hurts you, you don't forget easily. You may even say you've forgiven, you may even believe you've moved on, but deep down the wound is still there. It still hurts when someone touches it. And carrying all this weight for so long is costing you more energy than you realize. But 2026 is bringing a profound healing energy, of liberation, of true forgiveness. And when I talk about forgiveness, I'm not talking about pretending nothing happened, about trusting someone who betrayed you again, about taking back people who hurt you. That's not it. True forgiveness is about releasing that person from your heart. It's about stopping giving power to that past situation over your present. It's about freeing yourself from the emotional weight that this resentment represents. And you know what will happen? The person you need to reconcile with might unexpectedly reappear in your life. It could be a chance encounter, a phone call after years, a message out of the blue. And you'll have the opportunity to talk, to understand their side, to express how you felt, to close that chapter in a more mature, more conscious way. And even if the relationship doesn't go back to how it was before, the simple fact of having that conversation, of getting that off your chest, will already bring enormous relief. But there's another type of reconciliation that can be even more important. Reconciliation with yourself. You know those things you did in the past that still embarrass you? Those choices you regret? Those versions of yourself that you criticize and reject? It's time to make peace with all of that. You did the best you could with the level of awareness you had at that moment. You didn't know then what you know now. And there's no point in eternally punishing yourself for mistakes you've already learned the lesson from. And what a powerful transformation. When you truly forgive yourself, when you accept your past as part of your journey and not as something that defines you, you free yourself from a prison you built yourself. You stop sabotaging yourself, you stop thinking you don't deserve good things, you stop believing you're condemned to repeat the same mistakes forever. You understand that you can start over at any time, that you can make different choices, that you can be a better person. And there's also a very important reconciliation that can happen with family members. Taurus highly values family, and when there's a break, an unresolved conflict or resentment among relatives, it weighs heavily on their heart. It could be with their parents, siblings, children, or any family member they've drifted apart from, or with whom the relationship is difficult. 2026 may bring the opportunity to heal these wounds, build bridges, and reestablish bonds. But it's important that you enter these reconciliation processes with realistic expectations. Things won't always go back to the way they were before. The other person won't always be ready to forgive or ask for forgiveness. It won't always be possible to completely regain trust. And that's okay. The important thing is that you do your part, that you open yourself to the possibility of healing, that you make it clear that you are willing to build something new, even if it's different from what it was before. And do you know what the greatest gift this reconciliation will give you is? It's not necessarily having the person back in your life or recovering what was lost. The greatest gift is the inner peace that comes when you release the weight of resentment, when you free the energy that was trapped in that situation, when you choose love instead of bitterness, understanding instead of judgment, peace instead of war. Eighth thing, you will find your true purpose in life. The eighth revelation I have to share with you about 2026 is profound, my dear Taurus. You will finally discover your true purpose in life, what you came to do in this world, the mission your soul chose even before you were born. And when that happens, everything will begin to make sense. All the pieces of the puzzle of your life will fall into place. Do you know that feeling of living on autopilot, doing things because you have to, working just to pay bills, existing instead of truly living? Well, that's coming to an end. You're about to wake up to a much more meaningful, much more vibrant reality, much more aligned with who you really are and what you really came here to do. And look how interesting. Life's purpose isn't necessarily a specific profession or a grand mission that will change the whole world. Sometimes it's something much simpler and at the same time much deeper. It can be the way you treat people. It can be the gift of making others feel seen and valued. It can be your ability to bring beauty and comfort to environments. It can be your way of teaching, caring, and creating. For Taurus, purpose is often linked to bringing stability, beauty, practicality, and genuine value to the world. You have a special gift for taking things that are messy and organizing them, for taking what is ugly and beautifying it, for taking what is broken and fixing it. You know how to build lasting things, create solid foundations, and give concrete form to abstract ideas. And all of this is invaluable, necessary, and part of your purpose. But to discover exactly what your specific mission is, you'll need to pay attention to a few things. First, observe what makes you lose track of time because you become so engrossed. That activity that, while you're doing it, the hours pass by without you even noticing, that puts you in a state of flow that energizes you instead of tiring you out. That's an important clue to your purpose. Secondly, pay attention to what people usually ask you for help with, what they recognize as your natural talent. Sometimes we don't value what we do easily, we think everyone can do the same. But that's not true. Your unique gifts are exactly what comes naturally to you and is difficult for others. And that's precisely where one of the keys to your purpose lies. Third, observe what angers you, what touches your heart, what makes you want to make a difference. That social problem that drives you crazy, that injustice you can't accept, that suffering that motivates you to act. Often our purpose is related to healing in the world what has hurt us, to solving in others the problems we ourselves face, to preventing others from going through what we have gone through. And when you discover your purpose, when you begin to live in alignment with it, you will feel a satisfaction, a fullness that no amount of money or superficial success could give you. You will wake up wanting to start the day. You will feel useful and valued. You will know that your existence makes a difference, that you are leaving the world a little better than you found it. But let me tell you something. Living your purpose doesn't mean everything will be easy, that you won't have any more challenges, that it will be nothing but joy all the time. It's not like that. In fact, when you're on your true path, challenges do appear. But they have meaning, they strengthen you, they make you grow. It's different from those empty problems that arose when you were living a life that wasn't truly yours. And there's another beautiful thing. When you're living your purpose, you don't need to strive to be authentic, to be yourself. It happens naturally. You stop trying to fit into molds that don't suit you. You stop wanting to be who others expect you to be. You stop living the life that others think you should live. You simply are who you are, and that's more than enough. Ninth thing, you're going on a transformative trip. The ninth thing that will happen to you in 2026, my dear Taurus, will take you out of your comfort zone in a very special way, through a transformative trip. And when I say transformative, I'm not talking about just any weekend getaway. I'm talking about an experience that will change your perspective on life, that will show you possibilities you didn't even know existed, that will make you return home a different person. Taurus isn't exactly the most adventurous sign of the zodiac, is it? You like your own space, your routine, your familiar and comfortable things. You'd much rather stay home than face airports, suitcases, and unfamiliar places. And that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes we need to leave the familiar to discover parts of ourselves that only appear when we're in new territory. And 2026 is bringing you this opportunity. It could be a trip you've been dreaming of for a long time but always found excuses not to take. It could be an unexpected invitation that will come up and that you'll feel you need to accept. It could be a professional need that will take you far away. Or it could simply be an irresistible inner calling to visit a particular place. And do you know what will make this trip so special? It won't necessarily be the destination itself, but the experiences you'll have there, the people you'll meet, the versions of yourself you'll discover. You'll be surprised by your own ability to adapt, to manage in different situations, to communicate even with barriers, to enjoy yourself even when stepping outside your comfort zone. There will be moments on this trip when you'll feel completely alive, completely present, completely connected to life in a way you may not have felt in a long time. It will be that feeling of truly living instead of just existing, of creating real memories instead of just repeating the same days. And that will make you question a lot of things about the life you were living before. But there's an important detail. This transformative journey doesn't necessarily have to be to the other side of the world. Sometimes transformation happens when we visit places that are nearby, but that we've never paid attention to. Sometimes it's an inner journey we take while we're in physical motion. Sometimes it's the time we spend alone, away from obligations and responsibilities, that allows us to reflect and see things clearly. And here's something interesting that will happen. During or after this trip, you'll make important decisions about your life. You'll realize what truly matters and what's just fluff. You'll understand that some things you thought were essential are actually dispensable. You'll value aspects of your life that you took for granted. You'll come back wanting to make changes, to simplify, to focus on what's truly important. And there's another aspect of this trip that will be very significant. You'll connect with people from different cultures, different realities, different ways of living. And this will show you that there's more than one right way to live, more than one valid path, many more possibilities than you imagined. It will expand your mind and your heart in a way that only direct experience can. And you know what will be most beautiful? You'll discover you're braver than you thought, more adaptable than you believed, more capable than you imagined. You'll prove to yourself that you can step out of your comfort zone and not only survive but thrive. You'll understand that all those fears that held you back were bigger in your head than in reality. So when the opportunity for this trip arises, don't let fear stop you. Don't let insecurity get the better of you. Don't let laziness hold you back from organizing everything. Go. Take the risk. Live this experience. Because it will give you gifts that will last a lifetime, memories that will warm your heart on difficult days, stories you will tell with a sparkle in your eyes, lessons that will guide you from now on. 10th thing. You will rebuild your self-esteem in a solid way. The 10th revelation about 2026 touches on something very important, my dear Taurus. The rebuilding of your self-esteem. You've been through experiences that shook your confidence, situations that made you doubt your worth, people who made you believe you were less than you really are. But 2026 is the year you will rebuild your self-esteem in such a solid way that no one will be able to bring it down anymore. Look, I know you try to appear strong, that you show a facade of security to the world, that you don't let anyone see when you're feeling small inside. Taurus has this pride that makes you hide your vulnerabilities, that makes you pretend everything is okay even when everything is falling apart. But between us, you can be honest. You know your self-esteem isn't all that great, don't you? You know there are times when you compare yourself to others and feel inferior. You know there are days when you look in the mirror and only see flaws. You know there are situations where you don't feel good enough, smart enough, beautiful enough, capable enough. And that hurts, that tires you, that weighs you down. Living with the feeling of inadequacy is one of the most exhausting experiences there is. But it's your turn to change that story. 2026 will give you concrete opportunities to prove to yourself how much you're worth. There will be situations where you'll succeed, where you'll be recognized, where you'll realize that yes, you are capable, you are valuable, you are special in your own unique way. And each of these experiences will be like a brick in the construction of your new self-esteem. And you know what's going to be different this time? You're no longer going to base your worth on what others think of you, on how much money you have, or on the external achievements you can show off. You're going to build self-esteem that comes from within, based on who you really are and not on what you do or possess. And no one can take that kind of self-esteem away from you because it doesn't depend on external factors. You will learn to value yourself for your efforts and not just for the results. You will understand that you don't need to be perfect to be worthy of love and respect. You will accept that you have flaws and limitations, and that this does not diminish your value as a human being in any way. You will realize that being yourself with all your peculiarities and imperfections is not only enough, but is exactly what you should be. And there's a very important healing process that will happen. You'll revisit old memories that planted seeds of insecurity within you. It could be something someone said to you when you were a child. It could be a situation of rejection that marked you. It could be a comparison that made you feel inferior. And you'll look at these memories with adult eyes, with expanded awareness, and you'll understand that it wasn't about you. It was about the limitations of other people. That father who criticized you too much was projecting his own frustrations. That person who rejected you lacked the capacity to see your worth. That colleague who belittled you was envious of what you had and he didn't. When you truly understand this, when you stop carrying as absolute truths the distorted opinions that others had about you, an enormous weight is lifted from your shoulders. And look at the powerful transformation that will happen in your life when your self-esteem is strong. You will stop accepting crumbs, whether in relationships, at work, or in any area. You will set healthy boundaries. You will say no without guilt. You will demand the treatment you deserve. And do you know why? Because you will finally truly believe that you deserve good things, that you deserve respect, that you deserve to be valued. And there's another beautiful consequence. You'll stop being afraid of other people's opinions. You'll do what you feel is right, even if people criticize you. You'll express yourself authentically, even if not everyone likes it. You'll live the life you want to live, not the life others think you should live. Because when you truly value yourself, external approval ceases to be necessary. 11th thing. You're going to fulfill a long-aged dream that seemed impossible. The 11th thing that 2026 has in store for you will thrill you, my dear Taurus. You will finally realize an old dream, one that you have kept in your heart for years, one that sometimes seems so distant that you almost gave up believing, one that you barely dared to speak aloud for fear of seeming delusional. For it is this dream that is about to become a reality. Do you know that desire that's always been with you, that never completely left your mind, even when life took you down other paths? It could be the dream of owning your own home, of starting that business you've always imagined, of taking a certain course, of achieving that professional position, of visiting a particular place, of accomplishing something that seemed too big for you. Whatever it is, the time is coming. And look how interesting. Many times we give up on our dreams not because they are impossible, but because the path to them seems too long, too difficult, too improbable. We look at the distance between where we are and where we want to be and feel discouraged, small, incapable. And then we keep postponing, finding excuses, putting it off, until the dream becomes increasingly distant, increasingly unreal. But you didn't give up completely, did you? Even when everyone said you were wasting your time, that it was better to be realistic, that it was time to grow up and forget those daydreams, you kept that flame burning deep down, even if it was very small. And it was that persistence, that Taurian stubbornness of not letting go of what you truly desire, that will make you succeed now. In 2026, circumstances will begin to align in a way that will seem magical. But in reality, it is the universe responding to your silent determination, your unwavering faith, your refusal to completely abandon what makes your eyes shine. Opportunities you didn't expect will appear, resources you didn't know you had, people who will help you in surprising ways. And you know what will be most beautiful? When you finally achieve that dream, you'll look back and see that every obstacle, every delay, every difficulty that seemed to be holding you back was actually preparing you. You needed to mature, you needed to learn certain lessons, you needed to become the person capable of handling that achievement. If it had happened sooner, maybe you wouldn't have been ready. But now you are. Now you have the maturity, the responsibility, the wisdom necessary to realize this dream and take good care of it. Now you know how to value what you achieve because you know the bitter taste of lack. Now you are prepared not only to achieve the dream, but to live it fully, to truly enjoy it, to make it everything you ever imagined and more. And there's something important I need to tell you. When this dream starts to come true, you might feel afraid. You might think you don't deserve it, you might be afraid of losing it, you might unconsciously sabotage yourself because deep down you don't believe you deserve such good things. But you need to be aware of this and not let fear ruin your achievement. You need to allow yourself to receive, to allow yourself to celebrate, to allow yourself to be happy. And do you know what the impact of this achievement will be on your life? It won't just be the achievement itself, but what it will represent. It will be proof that you are capable of achieving great things, that your dreams are not nonsense, that it's worth having faith even when everything seems to be against you. And this will give you the courage to dream again, to aspire to other things, to continue growing and evolving. And there's something else. When you fulfill a long-held dream, you inspire other people not to give up on theirs. You become a living example that no matter how long it takes, no matter how many obstacles appear, true dreams, those that come from the soul, have the power to come true. And this inspiration that you will generate is a gift you give to the world. 12th thing. You will become the best version of yourself. And we've arrived at the 12th and final revelation about 2026, my dear Taurus. And this is perhaps the most important of all. You will finally become the best version of yourself. Not the version that others want you to be, not the version that society expects, but the most authentic, most complete, most fulfilled version of who you truly are. You've spent your whole life trying to fit in, trying to please, trying to be what others thought you should be. You molded your personality so as not to bother anyone, hid parts of yourself that you thought wouldn't be accepted, repressed desires and wants so as not to disappoint others' expectations. And in the process of trying to be what others wanted, you lost yourself, you forgot who you really were beneath all those masks. But 2026 is the year of reunion. It's the year you'll shed all those false layers, look in the mirror and recognize who's there. Finally have the courage to be yourself without excuses, without justifications, without fear. And when that happens, you'll understand that you've spent your whole life searching outside for something that has always been within you. Completeness, peace, true happiness. The best version of you isn't the most perfect, the one that makes no mistakes, or the one that has everything figured out. The best version of you is the one that accepts your imperfections, learns from your mistakes, and keeps trying even when you fail. It's the one that is kind to yourself, forgives yourself, and treats yourself with the same care you give to the people you love. And do you know what will change when you become that version of yourself? Everything. Your way of relating to others will change because you will no longer accept relationships that diminish you. Your work will change because you will seek something that truly fulfills you. Your habits will change because you will want to take better care of yourself. Your choices will change because you will prioritize what really matters. You will stop living on autopilot and start living with intention, with purpose, with awareness. You will stop doing things just because you've always done them that way, and you will start questioning, choosing, and actively deciding how you want to live each day. You will understand that you are the creator of your reality, that your choices shape your life, that you have much more power than you imagined. And a profound transformation will happen in your relationship with time. You will stop living in the past, dwelling on grudges and regrets. You will stop living in the future, anxious and worried about what might go wrong. You will learn to live in the present, to enjoy each moment, to truly be here and now. Because it is in the present that life happens, It is here that you can make a difference. It is now that you can be happy. And do you know what else will characterize the best version of you? Gratitude. You will look at your life, with all its imperfections and challenges, and you will feel genuine gratitude for everything you have, for everything you have lived, for everything you have learned. You will understand that even the bad things had their purpose, that even the pain taught valuable lessons, that everything was necessary to bring you to where you are today. You will become someone who inspires without trying, who helps without expecting anything in return, who loves without fear, who lives without regrets. You will become someone who, when they lay their head on the pillow at night, feels peace not because everything is perfect, but because they are doing the best they can with what they have. And that, my dear, is true success. It's not money, it's not fame, it's not external recognition. It's inner peace, it's authenticity. It's living in alignment with your deepest values. And when you become that best version of yourself, you'll understand that the journey never ends. There's always room to grow, always something new to learn, always an even better version waiting to manifest. But the difference is that now you're no longer chasing an idealized and impossible version. You're allowing yourself to evolve naturally, at your own pace, respecting your process, celebrating each small victory along the way. And look, my dear Taurus, we've reached the end of these 12 revelations about what will happen to you in 2026. I sincerely hope that these words have touched something deep within you, that they have ignited hope, that they have reminded you of how capable and valuable you are. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive, messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. 2026 is your year, Taurus. It's the year in which everything you've planted with so much effort will finally bear fruit. It's the year you'll reap the rewards of your persistence, your dedication, your faith. It's the year you'll prove to yourself that it was worth not giving up, that it was worth continuing to believe, that it was worth being who you are. So get ready, because good things are coming. Transformation is coming, healing is coming, prosperity is coming, love is coming, fulfillment is coming. And you deserve all of this and much more. You've been through the valley, now it's time to climb the mountain. You've faced the darkness, now it's time to live in the light. You've survived the storms, now it's time to dance in the rain of blessings that is coming. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, take this opportunity to do so and activate notifications, so you don't miss any messages the universe has to send you through these videos. And if the content here has touched your heart and made a difference in your life, consider becoming a channel member and supporting this work that is done with so much love and dedication for you. Now I want to know, which of these 12 things touched you the most? Which one are you most hoping will happen in your life? Share it in the comments, leave your birth date, tell your story. We're all in this together on this journey, and every story, every testimony, every share strengthens our community and inspires others. Always remember, you are not alone. The universe is on your side, conspiring in your favor, preparing beautiful things for you. And 2026 will be the year you look back on in a few years and say, that's when everything changed, that's when my life turned around, that's when I became who I truly am. Go with faith, go with courage, go with an open heart, because the best is yet to come. A tight hug to your heart, and until the next video, where we will continue to unravel the mysteries of the universe together.